This is one of the comfortable Subarus, yeah? It's one of it feels comfortable and looks comfortable. You know, normally Subaru will make a car that looks comfortable, doesn't feel comfortable. This, it feels comfortable, looks comfortable.
We talk the truth, or just a brand for car lovers across the land.
My car journey did not start with a love of speed or shine. It started with frustration. I watched local brokers manipulate buyers. I saw mechanics cut corners. People paying too much for too little.
Why you know want to see?
Paso, Vitiz, Sienta, Spacio.
And I could not stand by while our car happiness was stolen from us. That's what lit the fire in me. I wanted to change the narrative, one ride at a time, to make sure everyone could get a decent car at a fair price, to do the inspections others skip, to share real, honest reviews, to give people the knowledge they need to make better choices. Because for me, it's not about the horsepower. It's not about the shine. It's simply for the love of cars. This show is not just about cars. It is about our cars. It is about our journeys. It's about our love of the ride. Welcome to For the Love of Cars.
If you're feeling good, puka, 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 puka. We talk the truth, or just a brand for car lovers across the land.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Now today we are reviewing a Subaru Forester that many of you guys love. Many of you guys want to buy it, you just can't afford it. This is a Subaru Forester SJ5. Hey, you know, this is a 2016 model. 2016 model. Now, this car seated here on this Maram, it speaks for its personality. This Subaru comes with all-wheel drive, symmetrical all-wheel drive, traction control, X mode, ejiramu features nyingi that make it very friendly, especially for you people that come from villages like Kotindo, Kapirabyong, those places in Karamoja, Soroti there, Iganga, Kabale. This is the machine for you. Now, among the things that it has this improved grille. It also has projector headlamps that actually have steering control. They are steering control. Now, they have a sensor. When you turn right, ngana go at the right. When you turn left, ngana go at the left. Katokene go ulira, we would be competing with such cars. Of course, they have more torque. But the roads where that trailer goes, this car goes. And of course, the ground clearance is about 220 millimeters of ground clearance, which is very good for our Ugandan roads.
We'll show you what's real, no just a hype. Starlit views and engine rolls. We teach you more than just photos. Taking tools from the basics up.
The owner of this car put dark tint on the windshields. Whether it's legal or illegal, that's a question for another day. Good thing we are going for inspection. But you come inside, I show you. You can't see anything from outside, but you'll be surprised. You can see everything from the inside. See? Now, a bunch of other things that come with this car. Traction control, sport mode, X mode, and then heated seats that make it very comfortable for the person that sits in this car.
Reviews teams, we break it down, helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda.
Now, mabega wano, you see even the passengers here will have their own heated seats. Once you engage, and it gives you very good legroom, very good headroom, like all Subarus. I think tall people should be driving Subarus, and of course cup holders and the sound system, and then of course the owner put Subaru themed carpets.
For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll. dusty roads to dreams we patrol. Review steams.
Now that's basic, but when we come to the boot, it gives you a very big boot. You can fit a full body in here. You can fit a lot of things in here. And then of course we have a spare tire down there, nothing special. And then of course we can fold the seats by just a tap of a button. Just like that. Tap of a button, and then you have a charging point here, and then some lights here if you want the lights to come on, and then you can use this to grab your luggage in place. But the one impressive thing about the Subaru Forester is the ground clearance. Most people mugenda mbyalo, so you will definitely be needing a car that gives you ground clearance.
The driver in the town. For the love of cars, Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, not just the horsepower.
Now, when we look at the engine, this runs the newer, we used to have the EJ20, now we have the FB20, which is a 2-liter engine. It gives you about 148 horsepower, 198 Newton meters of torque, which is enough power. Now, it runs with a CVT gearbox from Subaru, which is very good. Symmetrical all-wheel drive, which gives it extra power. Now, when you have traction control, you have lane assist, a bunch of features that don't come with Toyotas in the same price range. This is a powerful engine. It is chain driven. It's one of the delicate Subaru engines. When it dies, it dies. You buy a new engine. You see, ziliya kadeza EJ20 the timing belt. With the timing belt breaks, well, the valves zichama because etomera ne baddamu ne bajjako head ne babikola ne bazzaako eno. So you need to be very careful, make sure it doesn't overheat. One, make sure that it doesn't run out of oil, because they were known zimanyo kunywa oil. Then the CVT na yo CRIC, you have to make sure that you maintain it. If you need to change CVT oil, change it from an unauthorized distributor. Now, I want us to compare this car. Now, when you're going to the bond, there are cars that you can buy within the same price range. And the model come bond ya milioni nga 5 depending on where you're buying it from. Now, there are some Toyota cars that are running within the same price range. And these Toyota cars basically speak to the reason why people end up buying the Forester. The Forester gives you more features. There are two cars in particular that I want us to talk about that are in the range of 55 to 58 million shillings. That's the Toyota RAV4 2012 model and the Toyota Vanguard 2012 model. Now, this is a 2016. Someone will be asking, why are you comparing a 2016 model to a 2012 model? Because that's the car that is in the price range, the same price range. Actually, the Toyota Harrier 2012 model is actually more expensive than the Subaru Forester 2016 model. I've told you time and again, that's why there are a lot of Subarus on the road. Because it was comparing a Toyota Ziri. Now, the difference between the RAV4 Vanguard and this one is that the RAV4 and Vanguard will be running 2.4 liter engines, which in an ideal world should be consuming more than a 2 liter Subaru Forester. Now, I'm going to get a little bit in there. Now, the Vanguard and the RAV4 are easier to maintain. They are more raised than the Subaru Forester, but they don't give you all the features that the Subaru Forester gives you. This Subaru Forester gives you. The RAV4 and the Vanguard are still too basic. Of course, the Vanguard will give you 7 seats. The RAV4 will pretty much maintain the seats. Doesn't come with heated seats. Doesn't come with steering headlamps control, like both the lifting and those things can come. They don't come with the eyesight technology, will help you not knock your neighbors. Parking, lane exit assist. Ebyo ebintu bina RAV4 tebijjiramu, Vanguard tebijjiramu. Kati omuntu bw'aba muvubuka agenda okukigattagattamu ng'agamba ati RAV4 yabakadde ate bbeeyi emu ng'agula kino ekimotoka. Y'ensonga lwaki bingi. Naye RAV4 ne Vanguard ziyinza okuwangaala okusinga Subaru eno. That's one. And then of course when you think about the resale value as well, the RAV4 and the Vanguard will maintain a higher resale value lwakuba kati kino ekimotoka bakyagala. So don't fail to buy it if you have to buy it. Just know the alternatives you have in the same price range will be the Vanguard and the RAV4.
From dusty roads to dreams we patrol. Review steams, we break it down. Helping every driver in the town. For the love of cars, Uganda.
when you look ahead of the car, you look at the bonnet. The bonnet has those lines, yeah, that make you feel like you're driving something that is sweet. And of course, the dashboard almost wants to copy what the CHR will give you, and it doesn't feel too ordinary. Yeah, it doesn't feel too ordinary. Of course, you have to move your seat manually, but it doesn't feel ordinary. Some of the things that don't make it feel ordinary? One, you'll end up seeing that it has a lot of things here. Yeah, one, it has a lane departure assist, or the alert system that alerts you if you're driving on a road that has demarcated lanes and you have it engaged. The moment you get out of a lane without indicating, then it starts banging the noise to make sure that you don't just get out of the lane. Now, it also has this timer here. Now, this one, it's part of the cruise control. It's part of the cruise control system. What this does is it gives you the ability to tell the car what distance it should maintain between your car and the car in front of you. When you're already in cruise control, so when you're in cruise control, you set it, you tell it, I want to stay in this distance, okay, when I'm driving. That way it will not allow to go beyond. Now, these are radio stuff, like the source. If you want to, let's say if you had a TV and stuff, they will calibrate it to your new radio, volume, and then the channel. And then if you want to answer phone calls from here, if you want to see the map and stuff like that, as you can see, it changes as you want. If you want to mute, there. And then this is the cruise control button, yeah? That's the cruise control button. And then of course we have paddle shifters here for when you're driving it manually. Obviously, to drive it manually, you have to engage it here and then give it the manual. Now here, we have two other buttons here. This car has two modes because it's a mid-range. It's not the high spec. It's not the, like, really, really high spec. This is the sport mode. Now, when you engage the sport mode, it will have very good response on the throttle, yeah? Now, if you put intelligent drive, that is normal driving. It's meant to give you economy in terms of fuel consumption, yeah? And of course, most of you guys will be driving in automatic. Now, look here. Down here, we have the X mode. Now, the X mode is a system that helps you drive when you're driving a slippery road, or you just engage it there. And when you engage it, okay, when you engage it here, it will be giving you, let's see. When you engage it, see there. When you engage it and you're driving, it will be balancing the power in the wheels, ojiraba, the X mode. It gives you balanced power, which will make it a very good driving experience for you when you're in mud. Ojiraba basically balancing amai. Now, here you have your heated seats controls, yeah, and you have automatic start stop. The automatic start stop button. So when you're in jam, the car can turn itself off. And I think basically that's it. You can drive it manually, yeah. Shift the gears using the paddle shifters, yeah. And then we have SRH here. So you see, this car has intelligent systems that when you're turning, the lights turn with you. If you turn right, the lights turn with you. You can turn the feature on or off. And then obviously we have traction control as there. So most of the Toyotas that are in this range will not be giving you these things that the Subaru gives you. And on top of it, look, potholes ahead. Potholes ahead. I want you to feel it. Potholes ahead. Potholes ahead. Potholes again. It's actually quite comfy. Let's see how it handles the corner if I drive. Woo! And then of course the reverse camera, and then because we have and then it tells you when you're braking. I don't know what that is. It tells you. So what would I be using this car for? Like, which features would I be using personally? In Uganda, I will not use the lane assist because we don't have lanes. Like, which road has lanes? We don't have lanes, so I will not be using the lane assist. But on the highway, I'll definitely be using manual mode and using the paddle shifters to make sure that I give myself. And of course, the AC control system is basic.
For the love of cars, Uganda. Welcome to the road where rubber meets the soul.
Thanks to Afro Drive for giving us access to this car, yeah. Webale nyonyo Afro Drive otuwamo okuvugamu Afro Drive nawo batunda mmoroka. So this is how you use the paddle shifters. For you to use paddle shifters, you need to shift the gear lever here into manual mode. So once you shift to manual mode, you cannot shift the gears here. You have to use the paddle shifters. The paddle shifters are here. This is minus, this is plus. But the transmission control module tells you which gear can be put in this car, yeah? For example, now it's telling me I can engage gear number 3 and I'll put gear number 3. But it tells me I can only engage number 2 now because I'm not going at the best speed for the control module to actually allow me. So I can go back to number 2. I can even go back to number 1, yeah? Or I can just go back to number 2 and then number 3, and then it has given me number 4. I can go to number 4, and then number 4 is telling me I can only go back to number 3. When it finds that now I can go to number 5, it will allow me. But that means you need to go faster. So the manual mode in all these cars that have auto manual basically works better if you are on a highway, because then you can control gears. Other than that, you should always be driving in drive, because oyinza okwonona bwoba tomanyi kikyakukola okitegeera n'ogiwa. And then here this we control the eyesight from, yeah. The eyesight is off. Most people actually drive with the eyesight off. Well guys, it has been good having you here. It's always good giving you these reviews. Tell a friend to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, this is your time. Hit the subscribe button so that we grow the community. Our goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for being here. Until next time, ciao.